September 26, 2023. Time is 7:10. Returning to open session. Full commission meeting.
All right, so the time is 19:11. We're back in open session. Tuesday, September 26th. So, okay. So we have two different motions that we are going to make, and we're going to have to vote on them from closed session. So the first one is to modify the June 13th closed session minutes to include session information based on 5 ILCS 120/2 C11 litigation. Do I have a
So moved.
second?
Hogan, second.
Open second. Any discussion? All right, so we are going to take a roll call vote on this one. This is, litigation. It should have worked today.
AL 5 Hardware Juliet.
Yes.
AL 13. Yes. AL 18 Jen Olson Laport.
Yes.
AL 52 Romeo Bell.
Yes.
AL 191 Lester.
Yes.
Okay. Just say the number. AL 392.
Bob?
Said yes.
You said yes.
Oh,
AL 935.
yes.
AL 1080.
Yes.
AL 1200. AL 1288.
Yes.
BFW 367.
Yes.
BFW
Yes.
725. BFW 2199. BFW 5422. BFW 5788. BFW 5819.
Yes.
BFW 5917.
John, yes.
He had an award ceremony.
Yeah.
BFW 9545.
Yes.
It's a unanimous vote, so motion carries. The next item is the motion, I need a motion from the floor to keep August 16 minutes closed until we decide.
Second motion.
Okay.
Your honor.
You got it.
Did we heard?
Yeah, that's voting consent. Any discussion? All right, other votes. Really quick, quick one. Take your time. Yeah, you can that. Roll. We gotta do this because this is litigation, we gotta get a roll call vote, so we gotta be, we all gotta.
AL 5.
Yes.
AL 13. Yes. AL 18.
Yes.
AL 52.
Yes.
AL 191.
Yes.
AL 392.
Yes.
AL 935.
Yes.
AL 1080.
Yes.
AL 1200. AL 1288.
Yes.
BFW 367.
Yes.
BFW 725.
Yes.
BFW 2199. BFW 5422.
Yes.
DFW 5917. DFW 9545.
Yes.
Aye, hearing nay, so motion carries. Now we can move on to the good of the commission section. So commission president updates, I don't want to spend too much time on this. I do want to talk about the Vet Fest for the purpose of planning, which I think that gentleman brought up. So that's really important. We ended up deciding to do Vet Fest at sort of a later stage than we should have, but I'm new to this. I'm still trying to figure out, in my role, what a president's supposed to do. There's really no template for, what the commission and the commission president really does. Since the law got changed, it's definitely been challenging to figure that out. So I've been at the VAC probably at least an hour, probably more than that, the last couple of weeks that Vet Fest is happening. And Jen's role, and Jen has done an amazing job. I just want to give her a hand for handling pretty much all of the logistics behind this event. Help from the staff, but this is a huge undertaking. So my role where I stepped in was to make sure we get the elected officials there and make sure we get the money. So one of the things that I did, and also make sure we have a mechanism to get the money from people, because we cannot collect the money as a VAC. We had to create a separate not-for-profit. So somehow I got that done within a week. So now we have an account for not-for-profit where we can collect the money for events and items like this. But the other thing is, I went up to the Lions Club and I'm going to list out the donations. I spoke in front of them. I figured out I'm part of the club, but I haven't been to meetings in a while. Luckily, they gave us $1,500. So we're going to get that check. We also got $1,000 from Ozinga. And I think Jen also got $1,000 from Humana. And Illinois Joining Forces also gave us $1,000 as well. So the total expenses for an event like this is right between probably about $5,000 to $6,000. We've gotten the donations to sort of cover it, but there's also smaller donations like you gentlemen gave out that really helps a lot. So my role has really been to make sure that we got good attendance at the event, but not only from that perspective, I was able to get us on 2 radio stations. We were on WJOL and WCCQ, as well as there was an Indian media company that did an interview with me. K9's progressed an interview with Jen. I don't know if I'm missing anything on the media. Yeah, but the media has it out there, and they also have it out on the radio station website, so I made sure it's on there as well. So we did a lot in a very, very short period of time. And I wish I would have gotten the commission members involved, but it got to a point where, okay, we reached out to this many people. Now we sort of have set what our plan is. This is something we need to learn for next time, but we can plan more accordingly. So what I want to get into is exactly that. Heather brought up the idea of having an event committee, and I want to hear from, and I don't want to take the vote now because I want people that have the interest and the time to do it, because not everyone has the time. So Heather is going to basically have that effort. You are an event coordinator. You pretty much are
I
now.
was brought up, but yeah, prior to going to college, but I actually have a business plan to do something like this when I retire, so. I've been handling a lot of large scale events, like my kids' birthday parties alone, we have 200 plus people that show up. So we used to working with others and that kind of thing, plus I've worked in corporate for 20 years, so like I've used to handling like corporate events.
Yeah, so Heather was extremely, she has gotten our name out everywhere. I think you've got probably about 20 baskets from different. So we've got all these baskets as well that we can give away, as well as maybe helping me with elected officials as well. that will come.
The elected officials, I was late to the last meeting, because I was actually down in Springfield. I went down to Springfield to talk to them in person, so know, what we're doing here at the VAC, what we're looking to do in the future, and we need us to start getting this level of involvement, so we can, if we need something, we can go to them, how we're building that relationship. Also with like going back to social media, utilizing a lot of groups that I wanted to have, one group alone has over 25,000 people. So posting everything with upcoming events in there, having all of my contacts share stuff, I've been doing that, and then we didn't have enough time for this one, but mostly looking at corporations to see if we can use some corporate sponsorships. Get some money going in
Yes, sir.
You had mentioned that you started a foundation. Do you mean that you formed a 501c3?
Yeah, it'll be a 501c3.
And, so my question about that would be, who are the officers of that 501c3?
Yeah, so right now, it's, me, there's a deputy sheriff named Rick Todd, and also a veteran, a third person. And whoever wants to be on that committee, as soon as we get the event committee together, we're gonna also place those people
Sure.
on the board.
Is
In the
this-
interest of time, we just had to
Yeah.
put people
Well,
on
I'm
the
not
board. that-
complaining at
Yeah.
all.
Oh, yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wanna be transparent about it too.
Is
because-
this 501c3 simply for running this event, or is it
No,
sort
we
of a
can't,
way
no.
that we are able, as a BAC, to take money into a foundation and use that money appropriately?
Right. Yeah, so this will be specifically for events like this where, you know, we
Yeah.
have to, because we cannot collect money as a BAC.
Yes,
We have to, you know, for events like this where money also has to go out to certain organizations like K-9s, they have to be accounted for the right way, but we also can't collect.
yes. We have something very similar in the VFW, where the state of Illinois has a foundation where if companies can only donate to a 501c3, they can do that because the VFW is a C19. But, I think where I'm going with this is I believe, you know, if this is an organization that is related to the VAC, that we should say in our bylaws how we name the officers of that organization. Because, you know,
That's a good point.
if we don't do that, it is ripe for abuse in the future. I trust you, but I don't trust the next guy. So, you know, so I think that we need, as the bylaws committee, we need to try to, incorporate that into our bylaws on how we, staff those positions.
I'm sorry, I got a time out here. I think we need to reach out probably to the Attorney General on something like this. We are crossing a very strict line that's gonna get us in a lot of trouble.
Sure, that
If
can be
we
part of that
start-
discussion.
Yeah, we have to really get somebody on
Yeah.
this, that we
They have
can't
to be.
have us and you sort of.
They have to be very
You can't have
strictly
another
separated.
organization directing
Yeah.
a 501c3, or it loses its.
It loses its status as that, and again, there's a reason the VFW,
Sure.
right, the VFW is run at a state level, there's a separate entity
Yes,
away from the post, that the posts don't control
yes,
or.
but it is.
Yeah, and
controlled
You
by
gotta be
members
really
of the
So
careful.
the idea is, so the reason we did this is logistically, there was no way for us to collect the money
Yes,
and pay the vendors. So, however, moving forward, since we had this discussion, I think that we do need to follow, you know, what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
So, and the purpose being that it doesn't look like we have control over this organization, we have a board, and that's actually why we chose somebody from the outside as well.
Yeah.
But we also need to have that kind of presence, so we can actually move forward with the organization. Because, you know, there are governmental organizations that do this, we just gotta do it properly. So we have a note that, I don't know if we wanna make the motion now, or.
Let's get our legal, our track record with money leaves a lot to be desired. Let's get our legal P's and Q's in order and then start to do something.
This would be a very difficult thing to integrate. We cannot put in our bylaws that we are involved in a separate entity that is a non-profit or not-for-profit. 501c3 is very state meaning that you might take it on the right way. It doesn't work that. We just can't do that. I don't think legally, I mean, I can ask.
There are other PhDs that have one and it's something.
Let's figure out how they get
Yeah, I
that.
mean, you know, so there are, so we didn't do this just kind of pull the trigger. There are other VACs that do this, and, you know, they do it somewhat effectively. Now, do we have to follow the right rules? Yeah, of course we do. But, you know, I also don't want us to, you know, turn this, yes, sir.
If you set up the Vet Fest as a separate event away from the VAC. Because you, like you said, you already have an outsider on that committee.
Right.
We can then have members on that committee that have allegiance to that committee and allegiance to us.
It just can't be in the bylaws.
It
Right.
just can't be-
Five oh one
yeah, you
C
don't have
could
to-
request that we have members
Right.
on their event planning
Right.
committee of that event.
But
That is
that,
not
not
the question.
Please go the other way around.
Right, yeah, they can request our committee members, that's all.
The question isn't whether or not we should have members on that board. The question is, how do we staff that? And is it just, a pick of whoever's cool? Because, we don't want that. We want to be everything above board. Because like this gentleman said, we've had some problems with our money lately. So, we want to make sure that it's very transparent how people got put on that board. Because, in the several years, there could be, $100,000 in that account, you never know. If something big could become of it, so you don't want that to be taken advantage of. You wanna make sure that you're picking the right people the right way, and that it's very fair.
I agree.
That's.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the question here is accountability, like
Yes.
how transparent we are as to the process.
Yes,
And I think we're doing that right now, and I think moving forward, we need to. But we also have to think about this from a logistical perspective. I think
yes,
how we got here was, really, the other options were to go through other not-for-profits, which would have had the same problem.
yeah,
But we had to have a conduit to collect the money. We couldn't just, take cash or checks and say, here, we're gonna. So that was a challenge, but I think moving forward, we do need to discuss this, especially, as we move forward.
Okay.
Any other comments?
That's
Yes, sir.
Whose idea was Vet Fest? How did it, any little history on this?
Yeah, so it's actually started last year, planning, we had contact with one of the Joliet Police Battle Buddies, and he ended up contacting us just by a fluke, he didn't know it existed. And so that kind of steamrolled into, why doesn't the community, especially the Joliet Police Battle Buddy program, know that we're there, we didn't know to refer veterans to us in crisis, so then it turned into community engagement, how do we let the community know that we're involved? So, it started with kind of just an outreach event, and then it blew up from there. And so, because they are dealing with veterans and mental health crisis, suicide prevention, and we're dealing with them as well, it's also suicide prevention, mental health crisis awareness, removing the stigma around mental health, and also the stigma, if you go to the police for help, and you're in trouble. So it's really just opening all those avenues for letting the community know what we can offer.
This is definitely an outreach between the police department, or police officers and vets.
Yeah, canine preventable organization.
That's vets. It's police officers and vets.
Kind of what that's associated with everything.
How do you get members from both communities? And then that would be a separate entity unto itself, not report back to us or back to the police organization. It's an entity unto itself, and then anybody who wanted to join it could join it. That's how you get out and underneath it.
Right.
That
So-
institution, that fest is an institution unto itself.
Because if you recall, the trouble we had when we hired somebody to do the marketing for us, and they're a veteran-owned marketing people right in Will County, and, they came after us. So think about Vet Fest, did they pay for a van, did they pay for food, did they pay? Again, we don't break that on us.
That's why you keep it outside.
Keep it in a separate. Sorry.
Oh, that makes sense.
I just have a,
Yes, sir.
this is benefiting the Joliet Police Department, Battle Buddies, and Canines for Vets. Are those both 501c3s?
So it's actually going to see canines for vets. We originally had discussed part of it going to the Joliet Battle Buddies program as well, but they fall under the same issue that we do. They can't receive donations, so unfortunately that poster
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we were raising money for a five oh one C
Yeah,
three and
no, no.
not.
So the benefit for them is just again raising more and it makes this.
Yeah, so that's the logistics. Anybody else have a comment? So if you are interested in being on the event planning committee, do you wanna give out your contact information? And, take Heather's contact information and contact her, and then we'll figure that out from there. I just wanna make sure that, you know, if you're submitting your name, you have the time. I don't wanna, belabor that right now, so you can reach out to her.
Is it our intention to make this an annual kind of an event, or is that,
See how this goes.
okay?
We've got actually a lot of people that ask.
Okay,
The flyers,
Okay.
to go back to the point that was brought up earlier, how many have been put up between myself and also Rick has been helping me, put up over 100 flyers. All the way spanning from the edge of Naperville, which cuts off with Will County, all the way down to probably about like Shorewood, Joliet area we said. Manhattan, since I live in Manhattan, some of the bars, I put them up there, contacted some of the bar owners to see if they wanted to be a part of it. So I've been going throughout all of Will County, just literally. The police station, they got it, everybody's got it. And, social media, we've been blasting it every other day, we're posting stuff and sharing, so.
There's gonna be a good turnout.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Just, not to be, do we have insurance to cover this?
Eric's taking care of that. Yes, sir.
Okay. So a few of the other things that I wanted to talk about, is, I think somebody, we've been talking about the whole aspect of awareness. And I've invited elected officials in to give a tour of the VAC. So if you guys know of any elected officials or any government officials that wanna get a tour of the VAC, either let me or Jen know, because we wanna show them what the VAC does. So they are aware of their constituents and they can tell them what we do. I don't know if that's been done in the past, but at least, we've had Katie Slotman, a county board member there. We had Mayor Verlia over there as well from Naperville, and we also had Harry Benton over there. And, they were all they liked what they saw and, they pledged to help us and we just gotta keep in touch with them to make sure that their constituents know. So that's, I think, part of the process of how we let people know what the VAC is. So every time, if I'm going to go speak in front of somebody, my whole purpose is to let people know what the VAC is. So veterans, not only in our area, but outside of our area, which I think we mentioned, we don't have a reach outside of the Joliet, Plainfield, this area that we're in. So we really have to do more reach outs out there. So if you guys know of any opportunity where one of us, I'll do it, can go out there and speak about the VAC and what we do, I think that'd be really helpful for getting the word out. So my goal is, and one of the goals that I had when I first said I wanted to do this is to get the word out. Because right now veterans just don't know what services there are that we offer or any of our affiliates offer. So that's one of the goals, and I know, so we have, me, Jen, and, county executive and, leader of the county board have a meeting to talk about the Copperfield building. Really, that's a building that's been there, the county owns it, we have our gym equipment, I think, in the basement. And we have to have a conversation regarding if it's viable for us to use that building again. Because the whole question was, can we occupy all of it? But Jen had, reached out to some federal, I think, officials from the VA, where we can partner with them, but we still have to start that conversation and talk about it, so we can bring it back to the commission and discuss, whether or not, if that's a good idea. So we're starting those conversations as well. Because right now, we pay $7,000 a month, closer to $8,000, it's almost $100,000.
We don't pay it.
The county does, but it comes out of our, basically, the county's paying that for the office that we're renting right now, while we have a building sitting there that's in. So, that's a discussion we're having on Thursday. So, we'll definitely let you guys know what's going on with that, so we can decide, if we can save some money for the taxpayers.
Always a good idea.
Absolutely, so that's really all I had, oh, did I? No, introduction of new employees. Oh, I'm sorry, you know what, I skipped over the most important part. Yes, sir.
What was the location of it building?
It's right next to the Joliet Seabach, Copperfield. So do you know where the Joliet Seabach is? And the Hope Manor Center, there's that old brown 4-story brick building, there's the Silver Cross Heart Hospital, the county owns that building. And it'd be amazing if we could be in there, that was the original plan. Logistically, it's right next to the Seabach and the Hope Manor is there and everything's there, but we'll, the clinic, community center. We'll talk about that the next meeting, hopefully the meeting this week goes well, and I'll have more information to give you. Next meeting.
And, one last thing too, before I continue over to Jen's section, is, we are supposed to be on the county board agenda for the county board meeting, I believe, mid-October, when the county board meeting is. I'll make sure everybody gets the date. So, yes, sir?
Key County VAC is located just down the hall.
They sure are.
What did they do? That'd be
So-
a very good contact.
Oh, no, we talked to Karen, so we have good working relationships with all the other VACs, and Karen gives point of contact, the director of High Tea is really pushing that county VACs are associated and affiliated directly with the CBOCs. For that reason, we have a VSO going out to the Joliet CBOC as it is when they have each child pain, and they are inundated. So again, logistically, it makes sense for us to be right there, that's where the services are, but, yeah.
And it would be a little different than the Kankakee VAC, because, the VA does not own that building that the outpatient clinic is in. So they're renting one space,
Yeah.
VAC is renting another space. There's really no coordination there, but as she was saying, the VA is very, very interested in success that the Kankakee has had, and doing a closer relationship with VACs, throughout the state,
So
so.
we would have federal, county, and state all within steps of each other, which would be awesome. Yeah, perfect. Hopefully we'll have good news.
So the next item here, that I want to discuss is establishing superintendent review committee. If you guys remember when we, essentially what happened here got the law amended, especially, approved by the attorney general. One of the new amendments to that law is, evaluating superintendent. So if you think about a school board, that school board evaluates the superintendent, and their, organization. We now have to do the same thing. So what I wanted to do was, similar to the event committee, reach out to me if you want to be on the superintendent review committee. If you have a ton of interest, I just want to make sure that we have that conversation as well. This has not been obviously done before, so this is brand new to me. I spent a lot of time with them. I go in the commission office every week, and, I know which was, but I want to be honest with you. So I want other commission members, if you're interested in this, as well. So I just want to put that out there, just reach out to me, and then we can, do a vote next time. Before the time comes, we have to be done. So that was just the message. Next item, introduction to employees.
All right, on to the good stuff. We have had, come, go, we're drinking right now. I don't know if anybody has ever been where Alicia, our longtime administrative assistant, received an opportunity for advancement outside of the county, so she left. We're happy and sad for her. Fortunately, we've had people step up and come in and volunteer to help us with the phones in this interim, so thank you everybody for that. Larry and Tony and sorry if I missed anybody else, but, how do you go? Recommended for everybody? Yeah. So, right? So having said that, one thing to everybody that we expect to have is really appreciate it. After that, we've got some new faces and new administrative assistants. We're not here yet, but on Monday, we're going to leaving her. So I'm gonna point to the back. Brandon would like to stand. He's one of our newbies, so I'm not sure. Yeah, he's new. Brandon, a little spiel.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, my name is Brandon Peterson. I'm a staff sergeant. I've got 12 years of service right now. Currently training CPU in the Army Reserve. I'm actually from Lockport, Illinois, so I used to I grew up right down the street and everything, but now I live out from the county. You know, I've been with the commission now for about 6 months. At this point in time, I've seen over 235 veterans and or family members assisting them with either their claims or needs as far as benefits goes. But it doesn't just stop at the Glenwood office. I'm also a member of the American Legion out there in Warren, Illinois, where I currently reside. And then, you know, being in the Army Reserve and every single department of the county that's got over 400 soldiers in it. So I can spread that awareness that we do here out there. So that's really great, and I'm proud to be a part of this now. Thank you.
Yeah.
My name's Chuck Walsh. I come to the commission fairly new, been here 3 months. I learned a lot at this point, and I'm still learning a lot. But I can say that coming from my old profession as a police officer for 22 years, being able to help vets on a little bit more focused point is hands down. Like, I'm not saying this to proud of it's one of the best jobs I've ever had, and I love being a police officer. It's a great job. So I want to thank you for allowing me to do that. I do come from a military background as well, but of course, that's 4 years, and I was in the National Guard for 2 years after that. So I hope I can do everything proud. Last I counted, probably around 25. Students that are not but 3.
And then Aria Scott unfortunately was at work earlier, but she is ill and I asked her not to share that with everybody. So Aria is our newest DSO. She is wonderful. She is also in the Guard Training Unit. Apparently she picked up on the talk over the weekend during drills, so we sent her home. Aria actually went to college in Alabama, and her degree is in music. So she's the national anthem, hopefully on Saturday, if she was ready for whatever she got, they accepted. Then she's another viewing addition, so we're so happy with the team that we have right now. Then you're gonna see Anna, I think we pronounce her last name right now. She is coming from Burgerville, and she will be our administrative assistant. She's got 25 years of experience working for Chase, and she's awesome. So I'm excited to have her be part of the team too. She will start Monday. She's got some area, come in and say hi. I mean, everybody, thanks to you guys. So that is it for introduction to employees. Recurring outreach. Charles? Yeah. Thursday?
So far, I've been my first position is coach. Just one step as far as that is, just a little bit of mental health in my background. I'm only a student at Memphis Police University. Take certification test in the next 2 months. So I've been with the DOC for years now. So I'm old school, and I really enjoy what I'm doing. I think it's a good point that I be there for my veterans, to support them. I do a lot of outreach, home veterans, touch all over the place. Whatever it is that I can do, be of service, that's what I do. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, we got the, I wasn't able to make the Peatone outreach this month because we were at ICBA, we're at the IACBAC conference. We had the VFW in Wilmington, Monique, or the Manhattan breakfast, and I believe Amy went to another breakfast. I can't remember the block. The Blueberry Hill breakfast. We are, actually, I'm talking with, the VA about getting one of their people to come out with me to VFW. And, that way they're talking about bringing the whole bus where they can do exams there, and if they're looking at new avenues, new ways to get out to the posts, out to the outskirts of the county. So, I was talking it was actually at the, Operation Firm Handshake, and told them we were at the, they overheard me saying that when I was gonna be out at the Wilmington VFW, and they asked to tag along. So I've been working that out with the Wilmington VFW. I don't think it's gonna happen this coming month, but I think it might be in, November or December when we actually get out there together. And, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a good change. And it's gonna be an opportunity for veterans to speak directly with the VA for their, healthcare services. So, a couple of things we're working on. Also, as always, if you guys want, one of our service officers to come out to your posts, let me know. We're working out a schedule. We're working out a time when, we kind of rotate through posts, because I've noticed that the first 4 to 6 months I've been out at a post, I'm inundated, and then it's almost like we solve all the problems and it dies down and we don't really have as many people coming in. We want to still be available, but we also want to be efficient with our time and our VSOs. So, we're probably gonna do some sort of rotation coming forward, where we're at a post for 3-4 months at a time, and then move to another post.
And if you would like to set your post, please let us know. We'd be happy. We don't know what we don't know, so if you feel there's a need, we would be more than happy to come out. We also will come out, we'll accommodate your hours. So if evening is the best time for us to be there, then we'll meet your further, we'll come to your post if you need.
Yep.
Let Eric know.
Usually best to go when you guys have an event that brings people in organically. These people don't come in just for us, well, sometimes they do. But a lot of what I do is just, they're there, and then see our sign and come back and talk. So, we want to reach most veterans. So you guys got any events, let's go ahead and set something up, so we can get a service officer out there and, start serving your veterans directly at a convenient location and time for them.
Then every Thursday, we have a VSO at the Joliet Clinic as well, and they are very good. So, our hours.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
I know you want to
Get out of here. Hang on 1 second. Hang on.
Yes, I got a question. Where's the October meeting?
I was actually gonna ask who would like to volunteer this thing.
Oh, volunteer, I told them they want to do it.
The meeting's actually gonna be in November.
November 28th.
Quarterly, yeah, but it's in November. It's
It's not
Wherever you
on,
want to go over there.
it's Tuesday before Thanksgiving, or the Tuesday after.
After Thanksgiving.
After
Tuesday after
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
That's not 3 days. You can bring them.
Awesome.
You can bring them.
Awesome.
I'm going November 6th.
Oh, I wish I was-
31.
30.
So,
So if anybody would
Me
like
too.
to host us, just send an email, please, and let me know.
I can buy a smoke signal.
What's that?
Can I send a smoke signal?
Can you put it on a pigeon and fly it over?
You know, you email address.
Do we have a banner? Oh.
No, he was asking about next month's meeting.
Okay.
You're gonna be by yourself.
We need to talk about-
All right, I'll have a lot of it.
So, before we adjourn, you guys have closed session minutes in front of you. So, remember those are closed session minutes. You have to protect them, you have your life. So, sometimes, I may inadvertently leave the document somewhere, so if you don't wanna do that, just leave the minutes on the table so we can take them. But we have to protect these minutes as a commission. So, take a motion to adjourn.
Yes, sir.
Second.
All right.
Jim, is there an attendance sheet today?
I didn't sign it.
Voice vote, aye. Vote over there.
Yeah.
Anything? Oh, by the way, before you guys leave, I'm sorry I didn't mention this, we got this from the Daughters of the American Revolution. So these are, I think, direct descendants of revolutionaries, these women. I don't know if you know the organization, but they presented this to me, and I think this belongs to the BAC, so I brought this here. It's gonna go in the commission office. It's a pledge of allegiance that's engraved on a flag. It's really nice of them to give it to us. If they allow me to speak about the BAC for 5 minutes, now, I'm aware.
Believe it or not, yes.
I don't know what,
Just see this or whatever.
I've always talked to these guys, and I'm not a psychologist, but I'll sit here and talk to all fucking day. All my guys bullshit. I would talk to You got it, brother. I'll be in there. I'll be at the head of the box. Let's see what we can do about food. Oh yeah, my book. We going to car? You see the shoulder here, adult singing service. Hey, Jen, if you want to put us down for November, nobody else said about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect.
This is real close to where.
Yeah.
Unless somebody else wants to. Hey, come on,
I know.
All right,
Good job, guys.
I mean, I wasn't talking with a bunch of marbles in my mouth, even though it sounded like that in my head.
No, that was from me.
The joke behind the shirt wasn't lost on you, I'm sure.
No, not at all.
But
I
I'm
think
sure.
I've seen you once on that day that I saw you and I was shocked. I almost don't remember that day because it looks like you weren't there.
My reputation is preceded.
I was going the wrong way.
The one that says leave,
But then
the
she
one you
stopped.
want.
You know what?
Yeah, you do know. right now. I also want to make sure, let's say, if there's any assistance. See.
Oh, I think we're next door. It looks like I see a sandwich with a plate next door. I'll bet if we go in there, I'll make a sandwich.
How are
I told Amy, hey, how you doing? I told Amy, I didn't kick you guys out because I agree, but
I don't care.
I don't want somebody to say to you, oh, you were in trouble. And you don't want to try to play and try to play friends.
And then they come in.
This way you go, I don't know, I wasn't.
Thank you for correcting me.
You know, it's for you. And then nobody. And they can look you up or
I totally get it. I never batted an eye at it. Like you said, you don't have to explain anything.
Just calm down now. I saw you. I was talking about you. You big horse. What the heck? You were just a little puppy. Which one she waiting for to come out? Amy?
Yeah, of course.
You made a mess. Are you gonna clean this up? Are you gonna clean that up?
Clean it up for a little bit. That board.
What'd you do with all the biscuits on the floor? There's cookies all over the floor.
I may or may
She's
not have
sitting
blocked, I may or may not have blocked myself in this room.
She's sitting there waiting.
That explains it.
That's okay, there's only 3 women in the room.
You are extra tonight.
And you made a mess. Clean up the cookies.
I'm not gonna
You gave her
lie,
too
she's
many.
made me tired.
You gave her too many. Scooping them all up.
That's one cookie.
What are you doing?
No, that's
You
one
made a
cookie.
friend. Yeah, no, I saw it happen. I played mine.
I run. She should know how to
Let's say, you know, what you're doing now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Proven man, stars
Oh, is that your toy?
No, from the neighbor.
I I know it's yours, but you just can't.
Feel free to pet her, she's just being.
Which
whiny
one is
tonight.
those recent?
I'm Moscato. Oh my God, thank you. I could have taken a. Careful, please don't let the dog trip you, she's being ridiculous and I apologize
She's
for your
being a
floor.
little extra.
Do you wanna give me a broom, I'll sweep? Can I
wait.
let her go? Did the other one, the other dog leave?
No, but she was going after the other dog, and she's about 10 times the size.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't
Oh,
understand.
you know what?
That'd be like a
Wayne
nibbler.
looks like he might have a hot dog or something. Wayne looks
So
like he might have something.
scratched by the ears.
Oh, well, that'll do.
That's
it.
all you gotta
I
do.
know.
I have a kitty.
It's all you gotta do to me.
She'll laugh.
Like, whatever you want.
She's a king corso.
What the hell's that?
A mastiff, Italian mastiff.
I'm just a Pollock from the south side. I don't understand all that fancy shit.
Myers,
She's a big dog.
Yeah, it used to be my juicy.
Oh, yeah?
The Americans couldn't spell it, so Grandpa had to change it to Myers. Frank Myers.
So I didn't know he was Polish. My wife's Polish.
Mom was German. Her name
They're
was
very
Reichel.
good. Please don't let her. Jen just
Her
brought stuff
mom
and
did
everywhere.
Let me grab her.
Willie
She doesn't choke
Canada.
anybody.
Grandpa was named in
No.
There.
She's gonna chew
World
on
War
it.
I.
I promise she's more well behaved than tonight.
I have never seen it.
And she's gonna be tired. I wanted to.
I've never seen her well behaved, but she's cute, so.
And my mother was
Yes, they are. My grandma's name was
I've only just seen her.
Her job is to
How old
pet
is
her.
My grandmother's maiden name was
How old is
Hiker.
because I went to the outside.
You want a beer?
So she
Got a
knows
kitty thing, she was flying around.
every day now for lunch. I pick her out.
Yep, you bet.
As soon as I grab my keys, my
Oh, hey,
wallet,
would
she
you,
knows.
Wayne, would you throw them on the table? I just.
Don't lick people's
She
nose.
wake up, she's got her routine, she
Yeah.
knows,
Yeah.
she'll take her to the VFW every morning.
So sorry, because there's this one.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
She knows it's VFW.
So professional with her.
Even last night, I'm like, got my keys, I had.
Yeah, if you want to,
yeah.
VFW.
Here you go, Kate. You going? Kate.
I can't grab my keys.
Take her line dancing. Take her line dancing.
Yeah, I was just collecting money, so. She just reads it. Can you see if your legs?
You know what?
Yeah, she's fine now.
So like if I grab my keys or my wallet or something to go out or lunch, like she's immediately like, and I end up taking, you know what though? I've never saved so much money because I don't go shopping on lunch anymore. I usually go get coffee and come back because
You can take her in.
we're just PetSmart one day after work. I don't care. All dogs.
Wait, which one?
Plainfield Road. You should have seen me. I almost took out a display because she was like, come.
There you go,
I
man.
was there one time. Maybe road on one time. Oh, it's a.
Big dog.
What kind of dog?
She's a King Corso. I love her. I mean, she sleeps
I
and
heard her
snores.
groaning in the meeting. I'm like, she sounds
She just, no, she just.
Oh, she
does
already,
that.
yeah, no, she's
She's thirsty now.
She's gonna pee all day. No, she just is something new.
In all-
She didn't want crackers.
no, in all actuality,
Yeah.
she could be. She's 10 months now, but in all actuality, she's probably training us, and we think we're
She's a
training her.
lot. She's
I know.
bigger than, yeah, she's gotta grow in those feet yet.
Yeah. Oh no, I took her home last week and she sits on my lap, like she's a lap dog. I'm like, you're,
I'm a lap dog. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Breaking my.
Yeah, we co-parent her.
Of course, which color?
So they're like a darker, like a darker gray. But there's a name for this color. I don't know what it is, but I have seen blonde ones. But she's a pretty girl.
Yeah.
She knows it too. She's spoiled. She's 10 months. She'll be born in a
I went straight to Mexico.
Yeah, she hangs out in my office. I take her in on my widow's appointments, and she's really good. Except when she she behaves.
Throw the ball for a couple times in the hall.
What's up, baby? Come on.
Oh yeah.
Take a lunch.
No, she's great at work. I mean, it's like she's not even there half the time.
Good dog.
And she loves to play. Like if you had a ball, she'd be running. Oh, go on, Charlie.
Come on, Charlie, come
Go
on.
on, go on.
No problem.
She's like, hold on a minute.
Wait a minute.
I'm going. We gonna go take a walk? We can go this way. Come on.
You go, girl? Come on.
You wanna go for? I'll take her.
Oh, thank you.
We're picking up the chicken. I'm gonna go
Come on.
pick up the chicken that's gonna be on the county.
This way.
Yeah, yeah. The papers you just picked up.
Everything else, don't
I wouldn't get that far.
Alright, so Thursday, is my, out for,
Just happy to see. I really, really am.
Mark, good to see you, bud.
Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll call you